Welcome back to Kingdom Hearts.
You can't go there.
Ah!
So, we have to go back to Agrabah so that we can make our way to the next world. Because we have to go directly from Agrabah.
Because there's a big fat fucking whale on the way.
Well, if we just shoot our lasers at it, it'll go away.
Yeah, we have to... Unfortunately, we can't just, warp to an area we haven't been to yet, so... We actually have to go through the gummy segment in order to get there.
Yay.
And that is something that will apply to all of the main Kingdom Hearts games that use the gummy system, so 1, 2, and 3. You cannot get to an area through warping unless you've already
Go into that.
beaten its...
That looks cool.
unless you beat its accompanying gummy mission. By the way, that warp thing over there, Jack, that would have just taken us back towards fucking deep jungle and shit.
Hell yeah. Let's go back and hit that up.
No, we're progressing the story.
Why?
Because that's how a Let's Play
Who
works.
progresses the story? That's dumb.
Well, you don't in Trails of the Sky, that's for certain.
Hell yeah. That sounds like a good Let's Play. Let's go back and watch more of that.
See that?
Nah, you know, the ultimate game that never had story progression was Arc Rise Fantasia.
You can't convince me that there was a story to that game.
No.
You know, that's what's nice about Persona 4 is that the story moves along whether you want it to or not.
You don't have a say in the matter.
Yep.
Are we there yet?
Oh man, it's
More just different colors.
those. What are those? Go through the loops. You're doing it.
It's Star Fox for babies.
You're doing it.
It is Star Fox for literal babies.
Who decided that this was a good idea?
Somebody at Square.
Man, this is
I mean,
riveting gameplay.
The gummies have at least a story significance that gets a little bit more fleshed out later, but bruh, I'm so glad that later games are way better with the gummy system. If anyone thinks that the gummy system in Kingdom Hearts 1 is the best of the three, they are objectively wrong.
You know,
We
considering this is the only game I can say I've seen the gummy system for, it's the best.
Of course, Landon's gotta go there.
Lannon's got to be the contrarian.
Well, I'm just...
Kingdom Hearts 2 has my favorite gummy system. Kingdom Hearts 3, some people argue is better, but, I don't like the fact that it's so big and spacious. It does have some really cool stuff that you can do in Kingdom Hearts 3. There's, actual legitimate boss fights that you can only do with gummies, but, I just like the action-packed, bite-sized segments that the Kingdom Hearts 2 gummy ships have. They just give me the vibe that I'm thinking of when I play a shooter. These kinds of shooters, anyway. Shmup. Hey guys, guess what?
Are we here?
We're going under the sea.
Alright,
Oh,
let's
boy.
go to the next planet.
Prepare for landing.
Let's speed
Oh,
run the
boy.
Let's Play and just skip this. Thanks, though.
Oh yeah, so apparently Donald can use magic in order to allow us to go to this area.
Oh.
And you'll see what he does with his magic in a bit. We're fishes and other creatures that can live in the ocean.
Donald really just had to give himself the tentacles.
Yep.
None of us are actually
Donald-
fish.
Donald hybridized himself with an octopus. Goofy is a sea turtle. And Sora is, I want to say, a dolphin.
He's a merman.
He is a merman. But he's got a fin.
Kill myself.
Oh, relax, Sebastian. They don't look like one of them.
One of what?
Right,
Look,
Thunder?
one of what?
There's something
That's a
red.
highly charged
I mean,
statement there, Ariel.
What do you mean?
I mean, they are pretty fucking weird.
They do seem a little different. Where are you from?
Not here.
Kind of far away. And we're not really
They're trying to play it off
Okay.
and pretend that they have always lived underwater.
No, I see. In that case, Sebastian can show you.
Why is Donald always so fucking pissed?
You would be too. You had to be in Kingdom
I mean-
Hearts.
Oh, don't
It-
worry.
If your voice sounded like that every time you spoke, wouldn't you be mad at yourself?
I don't know how to answer that question.
So anyway, we have to do this tutorial and learn how to swim. You can freely move up and down by descending and ascending with, I believe it's square and circle. The problem with this gameplay change is that Sora can no longer dodge roll because he has... Because
He's
the
a
square
swimmy
button is
boy.
now, yeah, because he's a swimmy boy. Because the square button now occupies his descent. And obviously he can't do jumps as like an evasive maneuver or anything because he just uses circle to ascend. But I still don't mind this gameplay because I also didn't really complain about the gameplay where you're a lion in Kingdom Hearts 2 because some people didn't really like that either. But at least this isn't the Atlantica of
Kingdom Hearts 2, where it's the rhythm game.
Yeah. Yeah. But they do open up with a kind of boring tutorial.
Speaking of the rhythm game, when's our Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memory Let's Play?
Sebastian!
Chain of Memories. You mean Melody of Memory?
Nope.
Because that's the rhythm game. Alright, fine. Fucking swim away.
We'll just kill him, I guess.
So we've got some new enemies here. There's not going to be any enemies from other worlds that we're going to find here because, well, they can't adapt to being underwater, so they're not going to be here.
Cowards.
So we got several all-new enemies. We have, like, those, like, jellyfish-looking things. There's going to be, these, like, mermen-looking things that, like, they're not mermen, but they're like, I don't know how to explain it. But they
I'm looking
have,
at-
like, they have a weapon.
I'm looking at the character portraits in the top right, and I'm like, Goofy, is your neck okay? We'll see it again
Oh yeah,
in a second.
I had made a cut. I changed my weapon. I didn't actually really talk about it, I don't think, when we obtained it. But we got the Spellbinder from Merlin. I didn't switch to it when we got it. But it's where the Wishing Star is a decent physical Keyblade. For that point in the game, the Spellbinder is the opposite. It's a decent magic-based Keyblade, and it will pump up your MP by two full bars, and then because of that, your magic will also be way stronger because the max MP that you have in this game also dictates your magic and summon power. It does have some short range though. And it is only 1 power stronger than the Kingdom Key. And we already have 2 physical Keyblades that are stronger than it. So basically, it's going to depend on like what you're aiming for. This game, technically, magic is much stronger than just doing physical attacks. So you would want to use the Spellbinder. But if you're like me and like to mix it up, I kind of prefer the 3 wishes, but the Wishing Star is also fine. But I'm trying to show off all the Keyblades a little bit, so we're going to use the Spellbinder for a little bit. Oh yeah, there's like these colored seashells that you can use magic on, and if you use their corresponding element, you can get them to open up and they can give you a little goodie. But we can't do it while these enemies are here. They take the place of our treasure chest for the world, because there's no regular treasure chest.
Seriously, look at Goofy's neck. Like his head and where his body are.
Yeah, it's weird.
Poor Goofy.
Oh yeah, I replaced Donald with Ariel because, well, she's a magic user. She's pretty good as well at it. So I like I mentioned with the in Agrabah, I typically try to replace the character on my team that's going to be the most similar to the temporary ally we'll have, just so that I'm not doubling up on enemies. Because I like having a little bit of a triangle since I'm a balanced character between magic and physicals. I like to have both of the other two kind of split up. Oh yeah, if it wasn't obvious, we're supposed to follow those tridents. They're like directions to the King Triton's place or something. I don't know. It's not like he's the king of the sea or something.
No, that's Poseidon.
These you can just hit with a physical attack to open them. Got a cottage. Let's go down here. Okay, I guess let's not go down here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I guess let's go down here.
Oh, okay. Can you pick one?
Oh yeah, there's bigger versions of this Heartless as well that will if you kill them a certain way, they won't do it, but if you don't kill them and you lower their health to just about 0, they'll like disperse and split up into a bunch of the smaller ones. And they don't give you experience on their own when they split up into the smaller ones. So you only get the experience for beating the smaller ones.
Lame.
My video froze. What time are we at?
We are at 12:23, 12:24, 12:25.
25:59.
Alright.
That's the end of the video.
Oh.
Well, I'm already there.
Oh yeah. You have to go through the current and stop at a specific point. A couple of points during this world. So try to make sure that you are hugging the right exit, because otherwise you'll just be going around in circles.
Oh boy, I love circles.
So how was you guys' day? Or lack of a day? Or night? Or
You
lack
asked
of a night?
You asked us earlier.
Yes, but that was off screen.
It was fine. Work was okay.
I had to wake up, so pretty bad.
Damn. You know,
Earlier you said your day was okay, and then it was perfect. I didn't have to work, and now it's pretty bad.
You know, he's just all over the place.
Damn, Landon.
Landon's just a mess.
Well, Trader woke me up at 7 a.m., so...
Oh, okay, that actually sucks.
Yeah.
What the fuck, traitor?
Guys, I think I'm lost.
Go that way.
I know I'm lost.
That's the way to...
Well, I guess I'm both old and lost.
Wasn't there a
What does
trident
that mean?
pointing the other direction?
Yeah, but I was just going through that tunnel to see if there was anything worthwhile.
Oh. Was there?
Alright. So, I need to try to hug that exit, and I am not talented whatsoever. So basically, there's 3 different holes that you can go through. Damn it, Jack. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Never.
So that little room with the current, there's 2 that are across from each other. There's one that is the exit if you just let the current carry you all the way out. There's one that is tucked to one side that you can get if you hug yourself against the wall, so that way there
No.
you can actually get so you can actually get into the pathway to King Triton's place. And there's also another exit that you can only get once we get an ability later in the world. Paused on this menu here so that I could look up what the fuck I was supposed to do. And I didn't realize I left this in, and it lasts for another like 10 seconds.
So, sandwiches.
We always go back to the sandwiches.
You know, I actually didn't have a sandwich today. I did make some fish. I was, like, finishing eating right as you guys were counting down for Persona. So, that was fun.
Anyway. Go down. Go that way. Yeah, we did it. Oh yeah, we've got these spooky guys again from actually I lied. They returned from Monstro. That's the only thing that comes back.
You lied to me.
gonna
So
say.
we don't have any of
You lied.
So we don't have any of the earlier recurring Heartless like the Soldier, Shadow, and stuff like that. But we do have these guys. And they will pop up in one other world as well coming up. And that one might actually be one that Jack might like.
Toy Story.
If it's the one that I'm thinking of, then it is the one that I like. Get it? Cloud, go back. Go back and get it. Cloud, what are you doing?
Get what?
It was right there. The experience.
That wasn't experience.
Or-
That was just a ball for health.
Oh, okay. Well, you're still not filled on health.
I don't know what that urchin even does, by the way. I just know that if you hit it, it'll hurt you.
So then why did you
Oh
hit
yeah,
it?
the white. I don't know. Because when I was recording and I was playing this and I was just whacking it, I didn't know that.
Oh.
But now I can tell you. Oh yeah, the white mushrooms show up here. They all actually, I'm hitting them because I have no idea what's going on. But they all need you to use the stop magic on them. And if you use the stop magic, and a special Heartless that was added in Final Mix specifically will pop up called the Pink Agaricus. And essentially what it does is you want to hit it a bunch of times, but the trick is you have to cast stop magic on it first. Because if you just hit it, it'll just disappear. But if you hit it a bunch of times, it'll tally up all those hits, and then if you get a ton before it goes away, it'll give you bonuses. So you cast stop on it and hit it as much as you can, and you can get some bonuses. And the cheat to that, you cast arrow on yourself and you get really close to it, because the arrow will actually damage it while it's touching it. And you also try to use specials that we currently don't have access to yet, but they're really powerful attacks, like the Sonic Blade and Strike Rate, but there's one in particular called Ars Arcanum that Sora does like 15 hits or some shit in a chain. It's kind of like Cloud's Limit Breaks. Oh yeah, those Searchlight dudes give better experience than these weird jellyfish looking things, so that's good.
Is using thunder underwater a good idea?
Apparently.
Because
You know,
it kills
it
things.
seems
From a
like
scientific-
it's a bad idea.
From a scientific standpoint, no. But video game logic doesn't, really factor real life logic. I don't know why we came back out here, but
That's a good
you can
question.
get a Mega Ether in that. We're going to go over here, though, because I want to show this area off, because it's going to have some relevance a little bit further into this world. Oh, that treasure chest, that trunk here, that'll come into play a little later as well. It's blocking something, and we kind of need to get rid of it.
Well,
And by need to get rid of it, I mean it'll be helpful.
have Goofy smack it.
We need to make it explode.
Yeah.
I wish. Guys, I wonder what this rock is here.
What rock?
Hmm.
That rock. We can pull this away, and there's this little grotto here. There's a lot of stuff in here. This is the only spot in the entire world that has actual treasure chests in it.
That makes sense, actually.
Minus the treasure
think?
chest
There's a
that's
couple-
outside of this area. That's not a...
Ones that you can legitimately, like, actually get treasure from. There's a couple treasure chests in here, but you have to take a close look around. And no, Sora, go back! There was one up there! There was one up there! No!
Sora, you idiot.
I will get that one later, but yeah, if you don't like take a close look around, you'll miss those treasure chests because they kind of blend in with the rest of them. Oh, hey, it's the other enemy in this world that I was kind of trying to talk about, and I didn't know how to explain them. But they are, they carry tridents. It's about as much as I can say about them.
Okay.
Also,
Cool.
they're immune to thunder magic.
Oh, okay.
That's... Alright.
But are they weak to
I
fire
don't know why
magic?
they are. I don't think so. I think they're just resistant to thunder magic, and that's it.
Oh. Well, they're lame.
But on the plus side, even if it doesn't damage them, you can still stun them. So you can temporarily, like, maybe get a few hits in if you want. Gimme. I want that. Mega Ether. This world really likes giving us Mega Ethers. I was just getting blocked by two-dimensional... What is that? Algae?
Coral.
Sure.
Kelp? There's not a whole lot else in this area except for those, And then there's also a Trinity that we can get later on, but we don't actually have the ability to do that. Even if I had Donald, we don't actually have the Trinity accessed. Sora, grab the thing. Sora, grab the thing. Oh my god, what the fuck?
Sora Kingdom
Sora,
Hearts?
grab the thing! You don't grab that thing, so help me. That is a Mithril Shard. That is actually kind of important because it's hard to get those things. Get out of our way. These guys give money. Not a lot of it, but they give money.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, I guess Sora's locking onto this thing. Damn it!
Open.
We can't open
Motherfucker.
because this motherfucker's in our way.
That makes zero sense.
Like I said, can't open up stuff out of battle for whatever reason.
I know,
There
but like,
shouldn't be anything against it.
yeah.
It's the rules.
Rules are meant to be broken, so let's break it.
Anime is only real if you don't believe it, so believe it.
Oh, it's time to swim into a JPEG.
Ow.
We're still being pursued. Look at that one guy. He's
Oh,
just like
shit.
riding on his thing. Yeah. Oh yeah. They could zap us with lightning, which is probably why they were resistant to thunder magic.
As long as I have my trident, I will not tolerate those creatures inside this palace.
It'd be a real shame if you dropped your trident.
Daddy?
Or got it stolen.
Ariel, when will you listen? It's dangerous out there.
What?
That was the look of like, I don't have a retort.
Behold, you swim before the ruler of the seas, His Majesty King Triton.
Goddamn, he old, but that body is
Help us fight out
like
those creatures.
pretty impressive.
They don't look familiar.
We're from an ocean very far away.
Yup, we came to find the keyhole.
What?
No, what now?
Well, it's
Oh.
There's no such thing, certainly not here.
It seems like he knows something if he was that quick to
Ariel,
deny
not
that.
Another word. You are not to leave the palace. Is that clear?
We didn't say anything about the palace.
Yeah, we can do whatever the fuck we want.
Sir, your ideology is antiquated, and I disagree with it, so I'm leaving.
Perhaps I'm being too strict.
Or not strict enough.
I'm just concerned.
Yes.
For her safety.
Not only can she not leave the palace, you know what? We're just gonna throw her in one of those oysters and just shut it closed.
Now I'm quite curious
Sounds good to me.
Do you hate Ariel?
No.
I was gonna say, like, I would not have expected that to be said from you.
No.
Landon? Yes. Justin, yes, but not you.
Are we trapping some merman lady in a clam?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
We're throwing Ariel in a clam.
Let's do it.
poses serious danger.
And I told you to keep Ariel away from such danger, did I not?
He's just a little crab. How is he supposed to keep someone safe from danger? Give him a Gatling gun. Let's go.
No. We'll find out what's gonna happen to Ariel in the next part.